Good evening, Facebook land, and my friends and fellow neighbors out there. Hope you've had a great day today. It was a very beautiful day in my neck of the woods down here in Georgia, and we got a lot accomplished today, which was a good thing. Kicking off the week on this great Monday, and so I hope you had a good Monday as well. And I hope you found some good things about it and you was able to record those or talk about those so that your mind remembers that. Go back and look at the things that you did that you might not have done it so well and see how you could improve those things as well. And maybe you even got some exercise in the day. Sometimes we get through the weekend, as the weekend warriors do, then they let go of Mondays and they work off on start on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Thursdays, and that kind of thing. So depends on what kind of routine you got going on. Today, as I went and ate dinner with a salesperson, we were sitting there, and some fellas behind us, or beside, well, they were behind us, that they recognized us and began to talk to us. We hadn't seen him in a while, and he was telling us, he said that he works on Saturdays, and therefore he takes off on Mondays. And he said that there's two reasons that he does that. One, most people don't really feel good on Monday after the weekend. And number two, that's the day his wife is off as well, so they get to spend some time together there. So that was a smart move on his part as far as being able to be with his wife. And it's probably true, many people do find Mondays to be a hard day to get started. But I hope that you've found it a good day for yourself. Now, this evening I want to talk a little bit about, we've been talking about superfoods for several days now, of different sorts, pre-workout, post-workout, that kind of thing. Some general nutrition I think we did last night. And so tonight we want to move on to a little bit different thing here. As we see, oftentimes people, they leave this part here out whenever we're talking about health. But your hair, your skin, and your nails are as much as a part of the body as is anything else of your body. And the nutrition that we put into our body and how we take care of those things certainly affects those things as well. I mean, there's a certain thing, you ever see anybody that has spots of hair that pop out in their head, and there just seems to be no reason. And there's different forms of that, and that's called alopecia. And I've seen it over the years many times, and usually it's caused by stress. And that's from most people not taking care of their body, not taking the vitamins they ought to. And then you find usually whenever they remove the stress that their hair will then come back. And so I've seen that many times, as I used to be a cosmetologist as well. Very interesting work very closely with people, sometimes a little too close, because as we know, working with your hair and your nails kind of thing is a luxury in this world, and it also is a vanity luxury. And sometimes people get upset whenever they don't look exactly right. But anyway, it's very interesting to do that. And the hair, skin, and nails, like I said, is as much of their body as anything else is. And so tonight I want to look at two items that really help to affect, and there's more to add in here to make a superfood, if you will, of adding different things. And the things that we put into our bodies certainly affect that. And so one of the things, the very first thing we talked about last night, which you can see here on the board, is I have a spirulina. And this again is a seaweed. It is 60% vegetable protein, which makes it a very good protein to use through your body, easily digestible. But then more so, and I'll cover this a little bit more tonight than I did last night, hopefully not too long on this stuff. But the very thing is, it is very high in protein. It's very high in beta-carotene, which, as you know, is the orange-looking thing, and the beta-carotene is something that the body uses to convert to make vitamin A out of as well. And so the beta-carotene, having the orange color in it, like carrots type things, certainly helps to apply to the color of your skin, the color of your nails, and the color in your hair, because it's color that you're putting in your body. And so it certainly affects those things that you have that are already in your body. And we find that that is also a very high antioxidant, which helps to take away free radicals, as we talked about many times. And it also, we find that, let's see here, where am I? I lost my little place here. that this very same thing, your eye, your vitamin A and your beta carotene helps to protect your eyes, to help you see better. But, you know, and if it's that close to your hair, certainly it's going to affect that as well as your skin also. But also, you have a lot of B vitamins in that, particularly a B12. And we've talked about the B12 before. Many people, rather than taking a whole, complete B vitamin together to raise your metabolism, to raise your energy, they will go down here to the doctor and pay $15 for a shot that will then only last about a day or so. And they're right back down the dumps because you only got one part of what you needed. And you got in a high dose and gave you a little boost, you know, and you might as well, it would be better off to have spent that money to eat right and to get those things in your body that you need to furnish the body's energy. And so having that B12 and those B vitamins in a complete complex is the wiser choice to have. Now, let's see here. Let me move on here. This spirulina, because it has a lot of different things in it. It has also vitamin E in it, which is a free radical, as we know. Also, it has an essential oil to help make your skin smooth. And we find that it also has a good source of iron in it that is easy to absorb, ready to use in the body. And it helps to control the cholesterol in the body as well as blood pressure. So it's a great bunch, you know, how'd you like that? A great bunch of vitamins and nutrients here, because it has trace minerals too that we so often miss because our foods have been depleted by processes. This is why it's so important to get organic into your body, my friends. Organic, 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 because all of the nutrients, when it's done right, are preserved for your body, and your body knows how to absorb stuff out of it. It's kind of like I went to a lung doctor one time. He used to work in a chlorine plant, made chlorine, and I got gassed a fairly good bit, but one time, very serious one time. And so I went to the doctor with it because it was the chlorine eats away at your esophagus and makes the real slimy stuff in your throat. We won't get into all that. But he said that even though your lungs get damaged many times, you know, by this kind of process, that they are very, very efficient at pulling oxygen out of the air that you need to supply the body. And that's what I'm saying about the body itself. It is a very efficient machine that has been made for us by God, and wonderfully made, it says in the scriptures, and it does a great job. When you give it the fuel it needs, it will certainly perform for you. And so that's the first thing. Get some spirulina. You know, I had a hard time with that word last night. In your body, and you get all these here benefits there. Now the next one is a herb I have not heard of before. So I read a little bit here, and I still don't know. So it comes from China and Japan, that area over there. And you see here, I got it here, if I'm pronouncing it, is ho-sho-wu. H-O-S-O-U-W. Yes, H-O-W-U. And this is used to stop hair loss. Now, usually the biggest problems that we have with hair, skin, and nails is that, first of all, your hair goes gray, falls out, you get split ends, and that's usually from not the right protein, not taking care of it as you should, you know, kind of thing. So, and all your cuticles on it get damaged from the chemicals that we stack on there to make it look pretty, and the hot irons and the rollers, and you know, and we just kind of beat it up and we expect it to last, but we don't ever feed it. But anyway, those are the things we have problems with. Your nails split, they break off, your hair falls out, turns gray, split ends, you know, just those kind of things. And some of that's natural. I mean, like, did you know it's really natural to process every day to lose about 100 hairs? That's just the way the body is. It regenerates itself just as you will regenerate cells in your body. Somewhere around 3 billion cells every day will be regenerated. You know, so you got to have food, the right food, to do that. And so this here product here, this ho-sho-wu herb, is used in other areas to help stop hair loss. It is used to help stop the graying of hair. And I used to always tell people, and I still do, because I believe it's part of it, that you have gray hair, you get gray hair because, one, you're overstressed and you do nothing to get it off of you, so your body reacts to that. But two is you don't have enough copper in your body. Now, is that a fact I can go and prove to you? No, but I do know that that's part of the process of the hair. It has to have copper to maintain good color, and you can't overdo it, so you got to have it as a balance there. And so this is used for that, stop the graying of hair, also to help promote new hair growth. Now, there's some reasons that we'll talk about later on when you get into the saw palmetto, that you have a product called dihydrotestosterone, which indeed turns to this, or you have your hormones that turn to that and then plug up that cuticle hole so the hair can't get out. But that's another one. We'll look at that a different night there. But this one here is used for that there. It's also, like I said, this comes from China over there, and it is to help the for long life elixir is what it says here. And let me get down to the good part here. It uses rejuvenating tonic to preserve one's natural hair color, restoring youthful energy to the hair and to the body. So it has a double benefit there. As I said, body works as one unit. What you put in it at the head affects it at the toe. And so you certainly want to keep those things in there. It's also been used to help with constipation, lowering blood pressure, and leveling cholesterol. So we see sometimes we have many herbs that have, and foods, whole foods, that affect the same product in a different area. And so when you stack these foods together, as we've talked about in the past, last few nights, you have a superfood or a stack of foods that does a super job in helping you to be healthy and helping you to have longevity in life and helping you to enjoy life. And we're going to stop there this evening with that. It's just 2 items. There's 5 or 6 of them that if you put together here really gives you a super benefit for your hair, your nails, and your skin. And not only just, inside the body, but outside the body as well. Because as we know that the skin is the first organ, if you will, and the first line of protection to protect the inner organs. And so it stops some things from getting in, but yet it is also able to absorb many things, which is why you put vitamin E on your face and all those kind of things. And so, there is even shampoos, my friends, that you put on your head that has products in it that is not natural to the body, but it absorbs through the head and therefore causing you hormone issues. So, and that's just the one example that you can look at or think about. But there's many examples of how applying the wrong product to the body or in the body that it causes other serious problems in our life. And so we want to consider those at another day now, tomorrow, most likely. And so I hope you found value in this evening as we start our little process here talking about our hair, skin, and nails, and to help you keep that rejuvenated, to get rid of your split ends, your breakage, your falling out, all those things, and to help your skin have a healthy glow about it, and just further discussion. So leave a comment below if you've enjoyed this. Share it with people who might enjoy it as well. And come and visit me on my blog at baxtercribs.com. And my friends, hope you have a good evening. Get some good rest in so that you can wake up in the morning refreshed and ready to go to start out having another great day, because tomorrow is only Tuesday. Another day to live a great life. Good night, my friends. We'll see you tomorrow.